I don't really feel like working on any of these today. Let's see. Let's do that. Well, this is a vehicle that certainly puts in its work around here, but does not get enough time on the channel. And that's kind of because it's just always been reliable. It's never really needed anything. This is my 2018 Ford F-350 Super Duty Platinum Powerstroke 6.7 diesel. That was a mouthful. You guys get the idea. This is my tow rig. I bought it in 2019 as a brand new leftover. Back when truck prices were reasonable. I got a great deal on it, brand new from the dealership, and pretty much immediately did all the typical, bro mods. Window tint, blacked out roof lights, completely color matched the mirrors, color matched door handles, pulled off the huge FX4 stickers, tinted tail lights. I got the platinum plaque wrapped in black, tinted third brake light. What else? Rear is stock height. Color matched badges. I did some custom color matched marker lights there, or mirror lights rather. 2.5 inch ready level kit in the front with the track bar relocation. A couple years after that, in 2021, this was featured on the channel. I did the 2020 plus front end swap with the factory LED headlights. I did leave the 2018 style front bumper, which I still like. That is pretty much it. And like I said, the truck is not on the channel that often because I use it for towing. I use it for stuff around the house. But it's, I never really take it apart or do projects to it because I need it. And it's never had any issues, knock on wood. It's got 26,000 miles now. So that's like, I don't know, 5,000 miles a year. I've owned this thing for over 5 years now. I can't believe that. But it's been a long winter with the Mercedes, which is behind the BMW here, with the Mercedes down. I've been basically daily driving this thing this winter, and it shows. She is absolutely filthy inside and out. The wheels are disgusting. It's not that I haven't washed it. It's just been a few weeks since I have. There's, bird crap on it. She's ready for a wash. Not only is she ready for a complete interior and exterior detail, but I've also got some other stuff planned. Got some suspension goodies, and also like to fix a little boo-boo that happened last spring, and it's been bothering me ever since. But first of all, this thing needs a complete interior and exterior detail. So let's not waste any time. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Let's get out the wash buckets, the power washer, give this thing a well-deserved bath. All right, we got the wash done here. Well, for the most part, the sun's not really cooperating with me, so I still gotta spot detail it. But what's next on the list is taking care of a little oopsie I had with my dirt bike last year. There's a dent here in the bedside, which is easy to see in this lighting. Basically what happened is I put my dirt bike up in the bed last summer and kind of had it supported with one tow strap or tie down strap, and a gust of wind came, blew it over, and the handlebar fell right here. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, the clutch lever could have taken a big scrape out of the dent, but it did damage this bed cap and put a little dent in the bedside there. Luckily, I found a guy at Home Depot that said he'd take it out for pretty cheap. In actuality, this is my buddy Scott. He owns Seacoast Dent Repair, and he does all the top cars around here. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for 20 years?
Yeah, about 20 years.
Yeah, so he was like, dude, no problem. We'll get that thing knocked out. Unfortunately, we're both extremely busy, so it's taken this long, but he's got some time this morning, so he's gonna help me. And by help me, I mean I'm gonna watch and he's gonna do it. We're gonna hopefully get this dent out.
We'll get it.
But basically, Scott and I figured this bed cap is held on with those like double-sided Christmas trees or whatever that kind of break and usually are a pain in the butt. So to be absolutely sure, I ordered a brand new bed cap from Ford. If anyone makes the same mistake I did, there's the part number you need for the driver's side. So we have that, and yeah, there's those trees we're talking about that hold it in there.
So yeah, they mold these into the panel. So once they break, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, like this would have bothered me anyways. It's got like a little. I think it wasn't cheap. It was like $190, but you know it's an OEM Ford part, and I know it's going to be perfect. But long story short, we got to pop this off. Scott's going to get in there with this is his mobile dent rig in all its glory. Beautiful. She's a beaut, Clark. And here's his arsenal of tools. Just tons and tons of rods and pokers and prodders and lights and years of experience. So we're gonna pop this off. Scott's gonna get in there, pop the dent out. I might have to do a light polish here. And I ceramic coated this truck in May of 2022. So I'll probably just touch this area up. And the goal is when we're all done, you'll never even know that it happened. So with that, we're gonna let Scott start working his magic.
Just like fucking about it all. Yeah, there's no good way to do it. You just gotta like hold it. It'll hold its shape and it won't. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You can like get. Yeah. Yes.
Bad day to be a can, eh?
Guy's like semi-retired. He's like took a quick look at it. He goes, yeah.
A couple inches. How come you always want some of what I'm having? It's a good thing you're cute. Oh boy. Truck's looking good. Wait, wrong truck. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. Yesterday really got away from me, as a lot of Saturdays do. Basically started washing the truck in the morning, and Scott showed up kind of when I was in the middle of it, and the sun had come out and was starting to kind of fight me as far as water spots and whatnot. So basically the truck was half washed, and then I got kind of pulled to the side doing some stuff around the house. It's always a plane. Came out from that, the truck was half washed, the wheels weren't done, there was soap stains and water stains, and it just didn't look that good. So long story short, off camera, I completely washed the truck again, pulled it over here in the shade, washed at dusk, which is the absolute best time to wash. It's cool, there's no direct sun, got the wheels, got the tires. This thing is looking much, much better. Also knocked out the interior, complete inside, outside, conditioned the seats. It looks brand new in here. I mean, the truck only has 26,000 miles on it, but I mean, I even ceramic, coated, or ceramic, I say ceramic coated, I ceramic sprayed the door jambs. It's nothing worse than opening up a freshly detailed interior and someone forgot to clean the door jambs. Washed the mats, looks brand new, good to go. So we're good on the inside. We got a good wash on the outside. More importantly, no more dent. Scott came through. Look at that. Like it never happened. Absolutely perfect. So what's next? You guys saw Scott was using his rotary and some buffing compounds, because in order to, I'm not the dent guy, Scott's a dent guy, but you have to kind of hit the paint to get the aluminum to relax, or to kind of pull it out, as he was calling it, which obviously kind of does little micro abrasions in the paint, so you then have to buff that out. And as you guys know, if I've touched anything from paint correction, when you do your first compounding step, that gets rid of all your imperfections, but it does sometimes leave a light haze. So we're going to just polish this section, which of course now the ceramic coating is gone in this section. So I'm going to polish this section. I'm then going to spot ceramic coat this area that I've done. And then I'm going to wipe down the whole car with a ceramic booster. This is Car Pro Reload. There's a million different products on the market at this point. I've just had this in my arsenal for years and never really use it, but this isn't a true ceramic coating. It's just like a top coat or a booster. So this is going to increase the hydrophobic effect of the paint and make my maintenance washes easier, and to help me get rid of any water spots that might be left on the truck after I washed it last night. So basically just a quick detail with a ceramic boost. So we'll do that. We'll get this spot buffed, and then we can get into some of the suspension aftermarket stuff that I bought for this thing. So beautiful Sunday morning. Let's get to work. Sportwagen zum Einbahn, which of course means engineered for performance. Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is just completely detailed the truck, fixed that spot. And by fixed, I mean just polished it and re-ceramic coated it. Then quick detailed with the ceramic spray the entire truck, got almost all the water spots off. It looks fantastic. That's the good news. The bad news is I think it just started raining. Did not know that was in the forecast today, but either way, whenever the weather decides what it's gonna do, I got some new shocks for this truck. These are the Bilstein 5100. I think this is a really common upgrade on all of the basically 05 to current model year Super Duties. How does this open? Let me in. Okay, so these are the classic, you know, not yellow, but you know, brushed aluminum or stainless steel Bilstein with the boot. And there's really only two reasons I'm doing this. Biggest one is this truck, even though it only has 26,000 miles and the shocks are fine as far as I know, they're not great from the factory. They're really nothing special. So that's the first reason. A lot of guys do these upgrades, you know, right brand new from the factory, which is probably what I should have done. So that's the first reason. I've heard there's an improvement in ride quality. Second one is factory shock is just kind of looking a little ratty at this point. I'd like to get in there, replace that, maybe detail a little bit in here. And, you know, it'd be nice to look at a nice stainless steel Bilstein as opposed to whatever that rusty piece of junk is. So that's two reasons. Third reason is these weren't all that expensive. I think it was 375 bucks for all four. I'll leave a link in the description to where I got them. I think it was actually Amazon is where I found them cheapest. But yeah, 5-year-old, 25,000 mile factory junk shocks. Swap them out for a set of good looking, good performing Bilsteins at a reasonable cost. It's a no-brainer for me. So let's get these shocks bolted into the truck, and then we can move on to the piece de resistance. Is that how you say it? Is that French? Yeah, the final touch. But yeah, let's get these shocks on. At least it's not raining out. Good thing I have this hearing protection on to protect my eyes. Nice. Well, the weather is all over the map today, but we got the Bilsteins on all four corners. Not too terrible. The fronts are kind of a pain because getting this nut up top is just hard to get to. And of course, you know, it is a New England truck, so that nut was not, you know, frozen, but it was fighting me a little bit. Quarter turn at a time, quarter turn at a time, quarter turn at a time, throw a wrench, swear, quarter turn at a time. You guys know the deal. But we got it done, all four. The back was super easy, like 5 minutes each side. And we're done. So now I think the last thing I want to do to this thing, at least in this video, is get my summer wheels on, aka the bro wheels, aka the mall crawler wheels. So let's dig those out of the basement. Oh yeah, love it. Can you imagine the YouTube thumbnail? I'm jacking up my F-150 Lightning. No. But yeah guys, here they are out of winter storage, my summer wheels. These are American Force Genesis 24 by 12 with a -51 offset. The tires are a 35, 13.5, 24, what are these, Furies? Yeah, Fury County Hunters. And yeah, I've had these wheels for like 5 years. I got them when the Genesis first came out, and I'm still in love with kind of the spun web design. Now, wheels are tough because everyone's got their own opinion of what wheels look good. There's probably a lot of guys that love the factory wheels. I do too. They're, you know, a nice factory wheel in the winter. There's guys that like the old school, like, you know, 10-hole Mickey Thompsons with a 35, you know, 18-inch with a 35-inch, you know, mud tire. And that's fine too. But me personally, I've always been, I guess, what you call a diesel bro. You've got the window tint, you've got the color matched everything. You've got, you know, tinted taillights, blacked out grills, blacked out mirrors, blacked out handles, jacked up a little bit in the front. The last thing you need is some 12 wide, you know, negative offset wheels. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that like that, and I know there's a lot of guys that don't. Me personally, I'm one of the guys that do. I'd like to think I'm somewhere in the middle of the road. It's not a 16-inch wide wheel with a stretched Nitto 420, you know. It's kind of like a, yeah, it's a mud tire on kind of a big rim, but still got a little bit of sidewall there. So I like it. Go ahead, start a fight in the comments. I'm waiting for the what in the Florida Georgia line listening, mall crawling, pavement princess are those wheels. Go ahead, say it. But yeah, these are what I like. I think they look awesome on the truck. Do I off-road my truck? Not really, no. Do I tow with it all the time, which is exactly what the Super Duty is designed for? Yep, no problem at all towing with these, and we're gonna look good doing it. So that's my disclaimer. These things were clean when I put them away, of course, and I just gave them a quick coat of ceramic spray. So they're ready to put on. Let's get these old man stock winter wheels off, get the summer wheels on, call this thing done. everyone knows that no detail is complete without tire shine. Man, nothing says summer, or summer's coming. Like I said, a 35-inch mud tires humming down a back road. Well guys, earlier today I got the bro look completed. Got the 24-inch American Forces on. We obviously finished up the Bilstein install, and unfortunately I didn't do an apples to apples comparison. The way I should have done this was taken this truck for a ride with the stock wheels, you know, that has the same amount of sidewall, and compared the ride. But I can already say that even with a quote-unquote lower profile tire, this thing rides so much better. I didn't even know the shocks, you know, were that bad. I mean, like I said, the truck's got low miles on it, 26,900 right now. And even with, you know, 24-inch wheels now, it rides better than it did with the stock wheels and the stock suspension. That's how bad those shock absorbers were, I guess. Like, I don't know if they were, the truck seems like it has ridden that way since it was brand new. So I think that what a lot of people say about those shocks being junk is probably true. But right now this thing is riding like a dream compared to how it used to. Also, I think I put, when I was installing them, that when you compress the stock shocks, they didn't spring back. Let me know in the comments, is that how those shocks are from the factory, or does that just mean they're basically junk at this point? But these Bilsteins obviously sprung back when you compress them, and they feel awesome right now. I haven't hit any, like, you know, major bumpy roads yet, but just driving around town, the truck before was just much more rigid, and you know, just seemed to have a lot more rebound built into it. I kind of wish I did this sooner. Money well spent already. I feel like I'm not in my Super Duty right now, and that's a good thing, because it would break your back before. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still going to be a stiff ride, but you know, that's what a towing vehicle is all about. But these things feel great so far. But let's see if we can't find an old abandoned road or something around here. I think I got one in mind, and we'll see how it is. Here's some bumpy pavement. Oh man. This is night and day. That would have rattled my brain before I put these shocks on. I'm not just saying that because I bought them too. Like, this is, you know, this is so much better. I don't know how shaky it's looking mounted on the windshield here, but this is awesome. Very, very happy about that. No rattles, no creaks, no shakes, which means I tightened everything, which is good. That's always important. Butter. So much better. Beautiful. Very happy with that. Not my best. I think that's the first burnout I've ever done in this truck. Because mud tires are really expensive. And all my other vehicles do way better burnouts anyways. But hey, at least we know it does them. Peepers, absolutely deafening right now. That was a successful test drive, guys. The Bilsteins are a night and day difference over the factory shocks. And this was a productive video. We got a dent pulled out, got the interior completely detailed, exterior completely detailed and ceramic boosted, new Bilstein shocks, got my beautiful 24-inch American Force wheels on the truck, got the bed cleaned out. She is ready for summer. She is ready for a summer of towing, cruising, mall crawling, pavement princessing, whatever you want to call it. But love this truck. I've had it for years now. Still think it looks awesome. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the diesel content, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down below. I really did want to find another single cab diesel, but the deal popped up on the Lightning and it was just too good to pass up. So don't worry, we'll be getting into that thing sooner than later. But thank you guys as always for watching. Catch you in the next one.